Hello everyone and welcome back to Top Grade. My name is Spencer Miller and today I'm so excited to share with you a selection of brand new Canadian early reader books for the winter 2023-2024 season. We have so many great books to talk about today, so let's get started. Our first book today is Mehndi Boy. It's published by Anik Press, written by Zain Bendali, and features illustrations from Johnny Balakumar. This charming early chapter book celebrates creativity, artistic expression, and being yourself. Tazib is a young boy with a passion for Mehndi art. He loves trying out new designs with his family and friends, and he dreams of becoming the most in-demand Mehndi artist in town. But when his favorite uncle tells him that Mehndi art isn't for boys, Tez is hurt and confused. He has to look deep within himself to find the courage to stand up for his art and for his passion and stick to his goals. I want to give the book a lot of praise for its rich and nuanced representation of the Indo-East African Ismaili Muslim community and of a young boy who is challenging gender norms and gender expression. As a great reading activity, once you finish with your students, break out the paper and pencils and give them the chance to practice some Mehndi designs of their own. Maggie Lou Firefox is published by Groundwood Books. It's written by Arnolda Dufour-Baus and features illustrations from Carleen Harvey. This collection of 3 stories features Maggie Lou, a young Métis girl who loves trying new things. Always ready for a new challenge, she toughs it out in the boxing ring, joins her father's construction crew, and participates in her first ever deer hunt. Through each of these new experiences, Maggie is surrounded and supported by a big, loving, caring family who cheer her on and give her advice. I love the way Maggie's mom encourages her by saying, "Keep taking up space, you're only making room for the girls behind you." Butterfly Wings, a hopeful story about climate anxiety, is published by Greystone Kids, written by Samuel Larochelle, and illustrated by Yves Patnaud. So many of our young students are worried and nervous about climate change and their futures. Butterfly Wings is a really wonderful resource for having a conversation about climate anxiety, as it addresses things head-on and from a young person's perspective, and really opens up a way for young people to get involved in the conversation. The story is about a 10-year-old boy named Florent who overhears his mothers talking about climate change and global warming and pollution and wildfires, and it gives him these big, terrible feelings, and he goes to bed that night and has nightmares and wakes up the next day and decides to stop speaking. When his mothers realize what has happened, they offer him loving reassurance. Reading this story together in the classroom will give students a safe space to share and express their own feelings about climate change. It also gives teachers the opportunity to follow the example of the mothers in the story and offer loving reassurance. Obaasan's Boots is published by Second Story Press, and it's written by Janice Bridger and Lara Jean Okahira. Cousins Lou and Charlotte don't know very much about their grandmother's life, and as they spend the day together working in her garden, they start to ask her questions about her childhood and teenage years, and they learn all about their grandmother's experiences as a Japanese Canadian during World War II, being forced to leave her home in Vancouver and resettle and move across the country. By listening to their grandmother's story, Lou and Charlotte come to understand that this history is still present. It's shaping their identity. It's not something that just happened in the past, but it's something that continues to affect and shape the lives of Japanese Canadians today. This book is rich in historical detail, and I love the framing of the story as a day spent with their grandmother in her garden. It teaches young readers that there is so much to learn from spending time and listening to the stories of our grandparents and the elders in our communities. Our final book for today has a great winter theme. Candle Point is published by Orca Book Publishers and created by Mike and Nancy Diaz. This is the 4th book in the popular Sueño Bay Adventure series. In this story, the kids get in over their heads as they attempt to return an abandoned moon creature to its family in the middle of a snowstorm. I love the magical setting of this series. Sueño Bay is a town on a mysterious island where magical creatures live. It's moody and atmospheric. The different books in the series follow different seasons. The art is colorful and inviting. It's a fantasy world that readers want to return to. They want to live there. They want to read the next book just so that they can spend more time with these characters and these magical creatures. I also love that these stories build on themes of friendship and problem solving and environmental care. The kids are always trying to take care of the magical creatures and their island home, but they often get into situations where they're in over their heads and they have to ask for help. Now is a great time to jump into the series. I think the books really can be read in any order, which is great, and there's more books on the way. And those are all of our books for today. On behalf of the Association of Canadian Publishers, thank you so much for watching. We appreciate your continued support and viewership of Top Grade. We hope that you'll like this video and recommend it to a friend. We also want to give a big thank you to Ontario Creates for their continued support of the Top Grade program.